You need to be very ruthless when it comes to making money. And I'm saying so because a good chunk of people out here assume that as long as you have talent or intelligence and you have the right connections, you are set to make money and become extremely rich. That is not the case. Wealthy people are ruthless on some of the key aspects related to making money and managing money. That is why in this video, I want to share with you some of the ways you can be ruthless when it comes to you making money and managing money so as to ensure that over time you are able to build wealth. In case you are new here, you are very much welcome to my channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. I am a finance expert and qualified accountant, bringing you amazing videos about investing and making money each and every day. In case those are the kind of topics which you like, down there is a button called subscribe. Click that button, subscribe to this channel for you not to miss any of the videos I'm going to be uploading each and every day. And while you still at it, drop a like on this video. Thank you for subscribing and also liking this video. And with that, the very first way you need to be ruthless is that you need to be ruthless when it comes to your time. Guys, out here, we have a myriad of resources. Time is the only resource which is finite. Once time is lost, you can't recover it. That is why you need to safeguard your time by all means. And out here, wealthy people know that. That is why they always safeguard their time by all means. You won't find them spending time on gossip, spending time on unproductive activities. They always purpose activities which are either generating them income, ensuring they are upskilling, or even so geared towards increasing their income. That is how the wealthy out here do allocate their time. And even when you get in a conversation with a wealthy person, if you're not doing anything touching on these three things I've spoken about, they can even leave you hanging there on the conversation, because time is a very critical resource. Don't just sit there, for example, spending time scrolling, which is called doom scrolling on your phone across social media maybe for 8 hours a day, binge watching TV the whole day. Is that adding to you getting income? Is it adding to any high value skills which you are raking in? Or even is it assisting you manage money? Chances are the answer is no. That is why you need to be very ruthless when it comes to your time. How you as an individual, you are allocating the use of your time, and also how you are allowing other people out there to tap into your time. Be ruthless and you're gonna see that you're gonna gear your efforts towards making money and growing your money. And then the second way you need to be ruthless is that you need to be ruthless when it comes to your spending. Yes, be ruthless with yourself and also with other people around you when it comes to your spending. Guys, out here, one of the biggest mistakes which adults do is that they are going through the cycle of life, getting money, spending money without really thinking a lot about how they are spending. As a rule, for you as you are spending, ask yourself a simple question. Am I just spending this money because I'm feeling like spending, or is it contributing to my well-being and beyond that, strengthening my financial position in future? If the answer is neither of those two things, why are you spending then? Right? Just because maybe you are walking somewhere and then you see something, you don't need to buy it because you've seen it. If, for example, right now you have, for example, an iPhone 15, right? You already have a phone which is functional, right? It is serving you to the optimal way you want it to be serving you. Why then are you spending, for example, on buying a new iPhone 17 Pro just because you saw maybe your friend has the same phone? Which features are you chasing in the new iPhone which you don't have? Those are the questions which you need to be asking yourself, because every spending which you do needs to be geared towards strengthening your financial position in future or addressing an immediate need, not a want. There's a difference. Needs, most of them are typically basic or geared towards assisting you generate income. Wants are anchored on your cravings, okay, on your wishes. So be ruthless with your spending and you're gonna see you'll be able to unlock money and gear your resources towards things which are of high impact to you financially now and in future. And then the third way you need to be ruthless with your money is that be ruthless when it comes to increasing your income. In the same way you are ruthless with your time, with your spending, also be ruthless when it comes to you increasing your income. And I'm saying so because this is where the game changes. You can't save your way to wealth, okay? But then again, you can engineer increase in income to a point where you enjoy the benefits of compounding and so forth for you to be able to see your wealth and your money increase exponentially. That is why you need to be ruthless when it comes to you earning extra income. Just because you are employed out there, of course, your job might be amazing. It is the job of your dream. You are in your career field. But then again, don't just rely on your salary. Be ruthless at gaining skills which are going to assist you increase your streams of income. Be ruthless at going after clients. Just because you have skills, it doesn't mean clients are coming to you. Be ruthless at going after clients. And most importantly, be ruthless when it comes to building connections and relationships which are going to ensure you have retainer clients and even continue broadening your reach in your industry or area of interest. That way, you'll be proving yourself when it comes to being able to build additional streams of income. And just because you build one, you build two, it doesn't mean you have to stop. Continue being ruthless at increasing your income to the extent that even your basic of needs are sufficiently catered for using returns from the additional incomes you are making beyond your salary. That is how ruthless you need to be for you to be able to make meaningful money and work towards building wealth. And then the fourth thing which you need to do is that you need to be extremely ruthless when it comes to you avoiding bad debt. And I'm saying so because debt is a double-sided sword. Yes, leverage is good when it comes to you having a calculated way of utilizing leverage to be able to increase your propensity of earning and even having clarity on how you're going to be able to pay that debt. But just because you want maybe to cater for your basic needs, just because you have cravings, that is not the basis of you getting in debt. You borrowing to be able to sort your basic of needs is you looking for trouble. That is a starting point of bad debt. Before you get any debt out there or you go for leverage, ask yourself a simple question. How is that debt assisting you be able to increase your income? Are you, for example, borrowing for you to be able to expand maybe a given section of your business, which you know very well is going to increase your incomes and as a result, be able to repay the debt? Okay? Are you borrowing, for example, to do final touches in your real estate property which you developed and you know very well after finishing, you're going to trigger rental income? Or are you borrowing to go to a vacation because you feel like such? In case you are borrowing to spend, that is you changing yourself. Be very ruthless with yourself when it comes to you going after debt. Only go after debt in case it is debt which is assisting you skyrocket your income immediately, and even that income is going to assist you repay the debt. Don't go for any debt if it is for consumption purposes. And then the fifth tip for you is that be ruthless with who you are spending time with. Guys, out here, energy and synergy are contagious. Simple as that. If you are spending time with smart people who have positive thinking, who are thinking about investing, who are thinking about increasing their incomes, chances are you also gonna be thinking like them. But if you are spending time with people who are constantly complaining, they're not seeing any positivity in anything, they are just thinking about spending money, lazing around the whole day, not using their time optimally, you will most likely also be in that trap of also having low energy and doing unproductive things. That is why you need to be very selective and ruthless when it comes to who you are spending time with. Spend time with people who have positive energy, who are pursuing things with the ambition which you have, and who are even smarter than you. Because through that, you will be able to increase your ability to rake in more money through income. Your mind is going to be opened up to possibilities. Don't waste your time with people who are not adding value to your life. Simple as that. And then the sixth tip for you is that be ruthless when it comes to investing consistently. Out here, the biggest mistake which adults do is that They always wait for the right time to invest. They typically tell themselves, I'm gonna save a few millions before I start investing. There is never a ready time for you to invest. And even unfortunately, you can't time your way to get wealth in the market. You rather spend time in the market or in the investment which you are looking to jump into, as opposed to being on the sidelines, telling yourself you're gonna get in. So be ruthless when it comes to starting to invest, and also continue to be consistent. Just because you've begun, it doesn't mean you have to stop. Continue investing, because the more you invest, the more you are increasing your ability of raking in additional returns. Whether it is you getting share price appreciation in the stock market, you enjoying dividends from dividend stocks you invested in, you enjoying rental income, you enjoying interest or even yield on things like, for example, treasury bills or fixed income accounts. All these are possibilities for you to get into and continue to be consistent. That is when you become ruthless at investing. And then the seventh tip for you is that be ruthless when it comes to you saying no. Say no without explanations. You don't need to justify what is ideal for you to other people. Case in point, if for example each and every month, right, in your budget, you have a giving budget because you know very well maybe there are a few people who you support. Once that particular budget line is exhausted that particular month, in case someone comes to you to borrow money, just say no. You're not in a position to support them. You don't need to explain a lot of things and justify why you're not in a position. Just be ruthless as saying no. Of course, you mean well for everyone. You are generous when you can be generous, but don't be generous with your time and resources to the detriment of your own financial well-being. So be ruthless when it comes to saying no without explanation, because the earlier you start doing that, the better for you. You're going to be able to build wealth over time without any restrictions. And then the eighth and final tip is that be very ruthless when it comes to thinking long-term. Out here, one of the biggest mistakes which adults fall into the trap of is them desiring instant gratification. In the journey to build wealth, in the journey to make money and also make money in a sustainable way, you don't make this money quickly. You don't make it overnight. That is why you need to wire your mind to be thinking long term. And that is the only way you can be able to start making money in a meaningful way and continue having strategies which can assist you be able to continue making money in a sober way, as opposed to you trying to chase instant gratification. Think long term, because if you invest long term, that is when you have the ability to enjoy the benefits of compounding. Basically, you planning back your returns to your investment and enabling your investment to grow more exponentially, therefore making you rich and even wealthy over time. That long-term thinking mindset is what is going to set you apart from the bulk of adults, because a good chunk of adults out here are thinking how they are surviving paycheck to paycheck. They are thinking about what they're going to eat tomorrow, and that is it. You start thinking about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and have plans and strategies which are going to assist you be financially healthy in that particular time frame, and then implement. That is going to set you apart from the rest of adults out there. Guys, what do you think about these tips? I hope you've really enjoyed these 8 tips I've shared with you, which can assist you be ruthless when it comes to making money and growing your money as you continue working towards becoming a wealthy individual. Cheers, guys. I look forward to catching up with you in the next videos.